What is up, internet? Welcome to the real world from the safety and comfort of your computer. I was going to say we are going to go do something stupid, but it's really just me. You get to just sit there and watch. Now check this out, all right? This is my gas cap. Stupid expensive. That is, it costs more than it should. This is like 70 bucks. And this base is also 70 bucks. I just insisted on it because I liked it so much in my R6, I got it. All right. All right, so what I usually do is I take this and I set it over here on top of my key just so it's out of the way. And then I put fuel into my gas tank, or I will put gas in my fuel tank. I'll do either one. I don't really care. But I fill this up, right? So this is what I've been doing with this bike. It's a habit. I think I did this with my R6. I took that same, because I had the same cap. I put it out of the way. Anyway, so I got to Atlanta for the purpose of shooting the video showing this bike being fully customized, and that's out. It came out a couple weeks ago. Please check it out. It's a really neat little thing that I shot with Chase. He did a really good job. Oh, dang it. I can get 10. I can do it. I don't know about you, but I'm just like, actually, now I'm starting to change my mind. I can do it. Oh. Sorry, guys. This is important. Oh. When I hit it on the scent, I get a sharp diarrhea pain, and I do it really loud so everyone can hear. Okay, so what happened was I took this to Atlanta. We're shooting the video. We're getting the nice close-up shots, and I was like, wait a second, what's going on? Where is my gas cap tank? And it turned out this was gone. I lost this because apparently I had just left it up there and it had been missing for like a couple days. I hadn't noticed. I just didn't bother to look down and see the hole in my tank. So that was stupid. And if you watch that video, you'll actually see a piece of gaffer's tape covering it because the next one didn't come in time. So there's a huge hole in my motorcycle, and I lost a $70 cap because I was retarded. The end. Okay, so I haven't made any cuts in this video yet because of video magic, but what I'm going to do is something stupid. What I'm going to do is go on this fun little path not far away because I wanted to do some fun little, not drifties, what do you call them? Like twisties. There's a bunch of roundabouts, one after the other, and there's usually nobody out there. Bikers come out there sometimes. I had been taken to it years ago on my, I think it was my Zixer, but it was years ago. Anyway, so I was thinking about going out there, and I was thinking, Dan, you know, because as I was pulling out, right, I'm going slow right now, but this rear tire, I mentioned like a couple weeks ago on Finally Friday, I was like, oh, I was drifting because I was throttling a little too hard into turns, and it was like, whoosh, and it was fun. But now I'm realizing it's partly because my tire is, I don't know, I feel like the life of my tire is almost dead because I was looking at it, it's kind of flat, which is weird because this bike only has, was it 4,000? I think yeah, actually that kind of makes sense. Yeah, almost 4,000 miles. I just went past it. No, what, 46? Yeah, okay, 4,600 miles total. I got it when it had like 24, but the moral of the story is, this is, where is the freaking, there it is, A. This is the original set of tires that they came on this bike, 2015. That's still the original tires, which is crazy. But anyway, so I was realizing the tire condition is just not very good. And as I was like pulling out here to the gas station, I wasn't even throttling very hard, and it was just like, slide. I was like, what the heck? I'm not on sand. This is a nice road. So I'm figuring my tire's bad. Whew. Okay, so, oh, no. Me. I'm out of breath because I've been talking for like 3 or 4 minutes straight. Anyway, here we go. Ooh, see, it just slid a little bit. I didn't pull it too hard, but the life of my tire is going down. All right, so last time when I was talking about drifting like a douche, someone in the comments, and I got a lot of comments, someone mentioned something like that I'm squidding because you can see my arms. And he was like, oh yeah, drifting and squidding, good idea. And I was like, I'm not squidding. And I thought about, well, for one, the term squidding, there maybe is a concrete definition somewhere, but for most of us it's subjective. We have our own definition of what a squid is, and I had to think, what is a squid? Because in my mind, I'm not. I have my helmet, I have my gloves, I have my riding pants, and I even have a vest over my t-shirt. It's a motorcycle vest. I hardly call that squidding. Maybe you do. But the reason I thought that is because I realized as I'm going out here to these little twisty thingies, and my tire is probably going to be sliding a bunch. This probably isn't good. I might go down. I'm not going to go down. Now I just jinxed it. If I go down, I'm going to regret not having something on my arms. So I thought, well, what is squidding? And I thought I might give my subjective take because I've been getting a lot of questions from a lot of you guys about, hey, what motorcycle should I buy as a new rider? And lots of you guys want a lot of opinions from me. And I thought, well, you got in the right place. I got my own opinions, and I have a place to talk. So anyway, sorry, this video is just going straight. Normally I cut it up a bunch, so I'll just keep going. How fast am I going? I'm not going that fast. It just feels fast because of all the air this helmet's getting. I love it. It feels so good. It's like 90, I guess something 92. It's pretty hot. All right, what was I talking about? So I would regret going down here, right? And I'll say this, if I go out for the intention of riding like a whole day, I will gear up more than this. I will have stuff covering my whole body. I was cheating, I took 2 lanes. I won't cheat in the next one. It depends on what kind of riding I'm doing. If I'm just gonna go out for like an hour, that'll change how I ride or what I wear if I'm gonna go like for a whole day. Like I go to Colorado, I take everything. I take my backpack, I take 3 or 2 layers from my torso, even though it was 90. I wear everything. I'm ready to go down because I'm out riding for a long period of time. I'm kind of like invested in that day for riding. Right now, I'm not going to be out for very long. It's freaking hot. I don't want to die, so I'm just wearing this. So anyway, if I were to define a squid, I thought about it a little bit, and most of us would probably agree if a guy is wearing no shirt whatsoever, you just call him a squid. And there's a little caveat to that. If he's wearing like shorts and a t-shirt, no helmet, no gloves, a squid. I don't think anybody's gonna argue with that. Maybe some will. But what if this guy was wearing everything? Armored pants, gloves, helmet, everything besides a shirt. Would you call him a squid? I'd be like, well, yeah, because he's, I mean, who would do that? But would you call that a squid? I would hesitate, just because he went to the trouble of armoring everything except for one thing. Now, obviously, a shirt is more important than like gloves. If a guy was wearing everything besides gloves, you wouldn't call him a squid, I don't think. So anyway, someone said I was squidding with this setup right now. Oh, I can't bank harder than that. It's gonna slide. I can just feel it. Oh, I hate that. Ah! Wish I could go faster. Someone said this is squidding. I would not call this squidding. The only thing I could do different is have something on my arms, and that's about it. This is not, I mean, I want to just, and it depends on how new the tires are. I could go faster on those, but I know how much this rear tire is slipping. I'm not going to try it. All right, outside lane, cheat a little bit here. Oof, that sounds good. Oof, tire snakes or tar snakes. Yeah, that was not fast. But I'm gonna ride within my comfort limit. I don't want to go down because I'm like, hey, watch this. All right, now I'm gonna cheat and take 2 lanes. If you just take roundabouts like this and you just keep cutting through both lanes, it's really fun. So outside, inside, outside. Here's the inside. You feel all awesome because you're going so much faster, but it's cheating. In a real, like if you're riding with several guys, you can't just do that unless you're like single file and house and distance to each other. Excuse me. Freaking talking so much. I have memories riding down here, but back then I had my Zigster, which was faster and tighter. This thing could keep up with the 600, but right now I'm just like being a little wuss, and I'm like, hanging out the throttle because of these turns, and they're wearing me out. All right, so there's something else I wanted to kind of mention / talk about on the line of squids, and that is rice. Because I get my Jeep called that a lot. Oh, it's a ricer Jeep, and I'm like, well, I wonder what I think a ricer is, because there probably is a concrete definition of a rice or ricer, and I don't know what it is, but my definition of rice is a car that looks like or pretends to be something, or it looks like it's able to do something that it can't. So for example, a car that looks like it's or sounds like it's supposed to go fast but doesn't go fast, that's rice. That's my definition. I don't know what it is. All right, here's our data. We got to turn around and do those again. I think it gets gravelly down there, so we're turning around right now, because forget those nuggets. Whee! I don't know why I struggled with that turn. I really did, though. It was just so hard. My knee. All right, anyway. So that's my definition of rice. And so people call my Jeep rice, and in my mind, I'm like, well, no, because my Jeep does everything it's supposed to do, and everything on it works. So my definition of rice is like taking your mom's car. I don't know what kind of car. Let's say, Illumina. I forgot what those are called. Take some kind of car and put a fart can on it so it sounds loud, but it's not fast. That's rice. That's rice. So my Jeep is loud, has lights, has a supercharger whine because it has a supercharger, and it's faster than the average Jeep. I'm in the top 50% of all Jeeps in the world, I'm sure, because not many have a supercharger or an engine swap. That's hardly rice. Now, unless you think my Jeep looks like it can go 200 miles an hour, which I'm sure no one thinks that, then okay, it's rice, but I would say no, it's not rice at all. But that's just subjective. I'm sure there might be like a concrete definition. I don't know how far off I am, but anyway, I wouldn't call this squidding. I don't believe in squidding, with the exceptional, like, once or twice a year little event. Like, I made like a couple Finally Fridays of me out in my PJs riding, because it just felt so good. You know, but for the most part, I'm someone who rides regularly. I go through the trouble of, 1, buying the gear, and then 2, actually putting gear on every time. Anyway, I think I ranted on that enough. I got stuff I could ramble about. I know a lot of you guys wanted like my opinions on what's a good starter bike, what's a good helmet, and last week I happened to talk about smoke shields and different kinds of ways you can see out of a helmet. Oh boy, can I? Look how slow that guy is. Is he slowing down so you can get my plate and call the cops? I don't know. Well, good luck catching this. Going so fast you can't read. Ew! Let out that throttle. I shifted down too hard and my rear tire slid a little bit. But yeah, I'm going just as fast as I can without thinking that I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna cheat on this one. Without thinking that I'm gonna make the rear tire slide. It's not worth it to me to crash. Not worth it. I tried it. I got a lot of views crashing, but I'm not excited to do it again. Anyway, if you guys want to hear me talk about more motorcycle-specific things like that, let me know. I got lots of time, and I got lots I could talk about, but that being said, everything I'm saying is just my opinion. But if you want to hear my opinion, I'm happy to give it to you. Hope you like listening to me talk about squids and rice and gasoline and being, just bumps, and being stupid with this. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see yous. Bye.